So of course, the first one is the data. It's a kind of a record of reality, and it does not really interpret it. So it only explains what happened. It captures some real world event, in this case, an order in a digital format. So quite obvious one. But then after that, we will go kind of into the more deep semantics areas. And the second layer, I would call it the semantic grounding layer. And this is what I would believe most people nowadays call as a semantic layer. And the purpose of this is to stabilize the way we are reading and understanding the data. So having kind of or ensuring that we are talking about the same things. Well, this is mainly kind of master data and harmonizing that the same customer ID means the same customer across the platforms. Also organizing and structuring data, so aligning and ensuring that our data structure aligns across these different platforms. And also how we are interpreting and understanding data. So standardizing how we, well, as said, understand the data. So how do we define, for example, BI metrics and dimensions? And all this is very important and actually path to kind of start building this business understanding on top of the data. And quite many of the tech vendors are currently doing this, and this is kind of evolving in a quite rapid speed. But this itself is not enough to fully cover the semantics. So the next layer is this kind of the ontological dimension. And the idea of this dimension is to define the business meaning of things and their relationships. So what is this completed order in reality? What relationships are defining the domain we are operating in? What are the boundaries? What must be true? What cannot be true? And so on. So it basically defines that what this concept mean for the business in a business language. And this is something that is currently emerging topic and something we are also now focusing in this presentation, that how to build this kind of ontological understanding. But then there is also the fourth dimension, which is this spatial and temporal one. And this is a bit tricky one, because this is something that we are seeing that is, well, in the early stages of its maturity. It's kind of still mainly academic. There is some kind of practical examples. We are seeing some early signals of this, and this is something, for example, where these context graphs are operating in and why they were so hyped last year. So this spatial and temporal semantics, it tells you when something is true, how it evolves over time, is what were the conditions, what was the kind of context in the kind of time of the event. So yeah, it's kind of the time dimension we also need to understand. So what were, for example, the original terms at the time when the order was placed? How is it changed over time? If there was some change in the delivery, for example, the delivery dates, why did that occur? Who authorized those changes? And over what was the business context at that moment?